welcome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You can chime in.
Slowly.
Now, you've only got 1,500 words that you can say.
I know, you're going to limit me.
It's going to limit you to half of what you usually say.
You think I say 3,000 words? I think that's minimal. Much more than that.
I probably underestimated.
They say that.
What do you think?
I don't know. Do you remember the number? Somebody counted one time or estimated that women say X number of words every day and men actually say about a third of that.
Right, probably not even that much.
Well, some men aren't very, but women are we're more verbal.
Yeah.
We do. We're more.
But what about content?
Oh, content's important.
I mean, well, I get myself in trouble here if I say that some of the content that women say may not be worth much.
Do you use your man filters?
Absolutely.
You do? You
use
do?
them more than I probably should.
I would venture to say that I would be correct if I said there is not a woman anywhere who hasn't said at least once or maybe a million times, "You never listened to me." Because it happened. The women at home are like, "You betcha, girl." Because the other night, Courtney, my adorable husband, we're sitting there on the couch, and Logan didn't have football on Monday night because Harrison didn't have school. Yeah. And I said, we can see the whole football game. I said, it's Dallas. No, I said, it's the Cowboys and the Giants. And he said, oh, okay. We sit down on the couch. Not 10 seconds later, it's rolling. He goes, oh, look, it's the Cowboys. Really? It's the. I said, Courtney, I just said it was the Cowboys and the Giants. He goes, you did? I said, I just said we were going to get to watch the Cowboys. And he was like, he goes, oh, I guess I wasn't listening. And I said, baby, you never listened to me. He said, these things work great. And he meant his man filter. He meant his man filter. He didn't mean his ears. But
well,
that
happens
kind
to
of
me
thing.
And I do that quite a bit.
You just tune Betty out?
Well, I do. I guess I do. I have to say I do. I don't intentionally do, but my mind's on something else.
Your mind's on something else?
Absolutely.
Okay, well.
That's my excuse.
Is that your excuse? But anyway, those man filters work really well.
They work good.
They do.
It looks like all of our guests are here now.
Oh, they are. They are. I see it. We've got a full house today.
We do have a full house.
And it's fall.
It is fall.
Isn't it like this weekend or next weekend supposed to be peak leaf?
I think so.
Peak leaf time.
It's looking pretty good this year.
The maples are beautiful. They always aren't those the big red ones?
Yeah.
I'm
and they come, I think, a couple weeks before everything else does.
Yeah, those are really pretty. And I noticed maybe 2 weeks ago on my way home, the beautiful overlook there at Cotter. It had turned enough that it caught my attention. I'm driving down the road like this, and I went, whoa! And so I knew it was turning.
Well, I took my trip up to Ohio, and they were peaking up there about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it was pretty.
Is it pretty? I mean, they have a lot of different.
They have a lot more maples up there than they do here, and a lot more color than here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do, and it's more drab with all the oak. I mean, if you're looking at just woods, it's mostly oak and hickory, but. It's nice up there. It's nice all around. I just love the weather. The way it is now.
I love the weather's good, except the wind. And we have no room to complain. People in the northern plains had horrible. Some sort of weird record was set about lowest barometric pressure inland, or one of my students was telling me about that. But they had all kinds of horrible winds. But the winds and stuff we had, was it Monday night or Sunday night? Anyway,
sure. Yeah, it was windy.
Yeah, really windy. It woke me up, the wind blowing and all kinds of stuff like that. But you got any other big trips planned? I mean, last week we got into your Sam's Club or whatever. I hear Zinger.
Sam's Club?
Yeah.
Sam's Club.
The Good Sam's.
Oh, Good Sam's. Yeah.
Yeah, you were going to start traveling with Good Sam's?
No, I may make another trip back to Ohio.
Okay, but you and Betty don't have any things planned?
Right, no, we might take some trips around locally with our camper. And do some things, but we're going to have fun. We always are going to have fun. She's not working on the weekend anymore, and
so it's like a whole new world for the two of you.
Actually, it is.
How many years has it been since you've had weekends together?
It's been, I think, 15 years. Now she
gets
off every now and then.
But I mean, but that you could have every weekend.
Yeah.
Worked every weekend for like 15 years. Yeah. Wow.
It's almost like a new person in the house on the weekends because I do my own thing.
Yeah.
I'm totally solo.
Because you've got all weekend by yourself.
Yeah, I've got the barn to mess around in and doing maintenance around the house or whatever.
But she has days off during the week while you're at work.
Yeah.
So then she has time to herself and stuff. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Everybody needs time alone, but you need time together. What you want is a nice balance.
Yeah.
Trust me, we don't want you underfoot all the time.
But not too much time. That's exactly right. We don't want to spend too much time together.
Like you and I. This 1 hour a week is plenty.
It's almost overdose for me right now.
Really?
So can we just...
I'll tone it down.
Tone it down a little bit
so
I can get through.
Do you talk to Ann like this?
I do.
You do? Poor Ann. I bump into Ann every once in a while.
Yeah.
She was harassing one of the referees at ball game. I shouldn't say this. It's probably embarrassing.
No, you can't embarrass
She was
Ann.
laughing. She was teasing him about, aren't you supposed to wear white underwear with those pants? I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, she was yelling at one. She knew one of the referees at the ball game and stuff.
I consider her as a sailor, and if a lot of people don't know, if they only watch this show, Ann Limley.
Limley, excuse me.
If you watch the other program, she's on there, and she's like a sailor. She's a sailor.
You shouldn't say that. That's not nice.
I get away with it, so it's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
She's funny. Yeah, I like her. She's funny.
Your history.
I'm history. Thank you.
No, your expertise is in history.
Well,
and we have somebody on the show today.
Mr. Zorman.
Yes.
He's the history teacher. Yeah, I've met Mr. Zorman. He's been on here before.
Yeah.
And I have met him because I've had one of his sons in class. So
there he is.
If I don't say which one, I suppose I'm not breaking federal law, or anything like that. But yes, he's a history teacher. We've chit-chatted about
and he's
things
here
like that
for
before.
what?
I said the veterans something. I didn't read my memo.
You know, that's the only thing. I think there's something coming up. There's some kind of reenactment. Is that correct?
They do a reenactment. Don't you do a revolutionary reenactment and dress up in costumes and all that?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
That's coming up later.
That's okay. I'm not offended.
There's a project coming up for veterans, local veterans.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
And again, on the 19th, we'll have our annual.
We've got our notes, and I thought you knew all about it. I didn't.
No, I didn't know
I'm sorry.
that.
I thought you.
Well, you didn't you didn't put me on the spot. I'm not upset.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm not upset. You didn't put me on the spot. I didn't know it was a pop quiz.
We don't plan these, so.
Oh yeah, I missed that.
Out.
Yeah, the rehearsal.
Yeah.
We're here all afternoon rehearsing, as you can tell. But no, yeah, Mr. Zorman, and we have the Lions Club auction, which is live. That we're going to talk to Danielle, and I didn't ask Danielle. Is it McMahon, just like Jim McMahon, the footballer. And she's going to talk to us about the auction, which you do here live in the studio. Yeah. Okay, that's really, really cool.
And the Lions take over this place, I might add. They just completely take over.
Phil Garner, isn't Phil a Lion?
Yeah, and he's part of the whole mess.
Oh yeah, I know Phil well, and he's always a big MC. And while I've got this in my hand, I'll just cheat and read it, right?
Okay.
We have Shirley Spitzer from the Twin Lakes Playhouse, the new place called Exit Who? Is that Exit Who? Correct? She's nodding. She's nodding, and that'll be the new play, and Shirley's directing it, because I said usually we speak to the director.
Good.
And of course, Mr. Zorman and we've got 2 students coming on to talk to us about that. And then we have Tina Smithee for Fall Frenzy, which is new. And I said, I've never heard of Fall Frenzy, and that's okay,
that's right.
because it's brand new. And we also have a Mountain Home tradition, which is Frosty Festival.
Yes.
And that's the JA. And we have Rebecca Johns coming on to talk about that. And that's been held how many years, Rebecca?
6 years.
6 years. So the Frosty Festival people are a little bit more familiar. But we have a new one, Fall Frenzy. Yep, Fall Frenzy, and the reenactment with the Veterans Program and the Twin Lakes Playhouse and the Lions Club auction. So that's what's going on today.
Yeah, it's a big show.
Yeah, I bumped into a man today that said, you know, if you don't watch your show, you don't know what's going on in town.
This show?
That's what he said.
Are you serious?
He did. He said, if you don't watch this show, you don't know what's going on. He said, there's a lot of good stuff on local TV.
There is a lot of good stuff. And we've tried, Judy tries her hardest. She's the person that coordinates all the guests on the show.
And gets people to come on and gives us a good variety and things like that. But also, since I brought this up, we can plug in the RDT, whatever it's called.
RTV?
Yeah, the
retro television?
Yeah, whatever, the channels that are on. Because, you know, I told you Ash picks it up, not this station, of course, but the same feed that's been purchased by a channel. And the coolest old shows. Because I told them when we hooked her up with their antenna and stuff, I said, you will always find something on this channel that you can watch.
Yeah.
And she'll get a big, in fact, she will probably enjoy it more because it won't be reruns to her.
Oh, sure.
They're reruns
it's all
to
fresh.
us. Yeah. So like what was on just a few minutes ago, James Garner, Rockford Files. Rockford Files was playing when I walked in. I love Rockford Files.
All good stuff.
Of course, Magnum's on later. I'll have to go watch a little Magnum before I go home.
It is tight clothes. Everything
his
looks
short
like
shorts and his knee socks. That's a
go.
blast from the past. Short shorts and knee socks.
Well, we've got a really great show for you coming up. If you would like to stay for the next hour, we'd be glad to entertain you locally.
They want to stay.
Hopefully they'll
stay.
They will.
They do. Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Shirley Spitzer.
With Exit Who?
Stay with us.
Exactly.